Okay. Hey everybody, this is Lamont Ellis, the acquisition manager. So my partner, colleague Dylan Martin sent me this. As you can see, he sent me this on the 26th of October. It is now the 31st. Um, um, my the last couple of months, it's been picking up extremely good for me. Life has been looking good. We've been moving. We've been moving and grooving. We got a lot of people on the team moving for us. We just got people doing all type of stuff for us. It's getting to the point to where organization is key, and that's what we bringing in right now. We starting to organize everything. We got offers being put out. We got a bunch of stuff going on. But today is not just about that. Today is just I wanted to take y'all with me through this convo. This is mainly just going to I'm mainly going to introduce myself. I already have a lot of info here. I have rent rolls. I have previous rents. Let's see. Is this the expenses or part of the expense? Here is net operating income. Yep, expenses. Okay, cool. So we have everything we need to put our offer in. The only thing we don't have is that relationship. So that's what today is about. Is just to open that door so we don't seem random. I want to introduce myself. Just let him know, hey, my colleague sent this over to me. We want to take a look at it, put an offer on it. I have everything. I just wanted to introduce myself. Something basic, simple. Enjoy the ride, y'all. He may not answer. He ain't answer. He ain't answer. Let me try for the work. Let me try from this phone. He ain't answer. We gotta get him on the phone so we can figure this out. When situations happen like this where you trying to get somebody on the phone and they not answering the phone, you leave a voicemail. You leave a voicemail, follow up with them. I don't like following up because it's time consuming. You got to watch the clock. You got to consistently follow up. But this is what we do. Hey, how are you doing today, sir? My name is Lamont Ellis. I had a colleague named Dylan Martin. He had forward me a property as a list that you have, and I would just wanted to introduce myself, just to build some rapport up, and then I have pretty much everything, but I just wanted to introduce myself. No problem at all. I can give you a call back in like what 30 minutes, 40 minutes. All right, thank you so much for your time. All right, have a nice day. Okay, so he was on a work call. He put the other person on pause to answer it because I called him back. So he said give him a call in 30 minutes. We're gonna set a clock for 30 minutes. Like I said, and he liked that. This the thing I like about business because it's proper. You have to be proper, but at the same time, you have to be you have to be business educated or business um ethical. Like it has to make sense business wise. Like I said, hey, I have everything. I just wanted to introduce myself to build rapport because I didn't want to. So one of the things I realized with agents, brokers, whoever you doing with, they want to make sure you gonna come through. They want to make sure what you saying you gonna follow up with. Long story short, through a lot of trials and tribulations, I already understand, how you got to carry yourself, how you got to introduce yourself. Like I said, I have everything here. I just wanted to introduce myself So you don't get a LO or you don't get a LOI. You be like, who is this? I don't know you. So I wanted to, get that out the way, introduce myself, and then from there I'll have everything. So when I mean by introduce myself, majority of the time people want to know, do you have the experience, who you with? Obviously I got the experience, and obviously I'm with a lot of people. Credibility is a lifesaver in business, well, in my world. Having credibility, it can change everything. For me, most of my good experiences is based off of credibility because I've put myself around elite seasoned people. That was always my goal, and that was always my thing. I wanted to hang around elite seasoned people. Weren't seasoned. To be honest with you, it's difficult to work with somebody that's not seasoned because rookies. I used to do this all the time too. You don't know what's important until you actually been there and done that. Like my partner, Dylan Martin right here. He's a rookie. He's a go-getter, but he's a rookie. And his biggest thing is he has a tendency to try to skip everything. And it's something I always tell him. Seasoned people move differently. And that's something he's seen, he's witnessed. He might have a good deal, but he's missing all the perfect information that seasoned person will need. So when it comes to seasoned people, they toss it to the side because it's not relevant to it is relevant, but it's not. Let me explain it like this. When you give someone just a bunch of clutter, seasoned people, they have a tendency not to look at it because it's missing the key pieces of information that will help them determine if it's a deal or not. And sometimes that's the hardest thing for rookies to understand. For me, I only learned by bumping my head a bunch of times. That's literally how I learned how to operate, how to move. When it comes to seasoned people, so for me, it's more of it's adjustment. That's how I've been doing it for so long to where I understand how to do it now. But back then I didn't get it. To me, people seemed rude, people seemed weird. It was all kind of feelings because I did not get it. But now I look at it and say it's an adjustment. When you doing business with certain people, like he just said off the phone, I respect your time for giving me a call. Like it's a different level that comes with this. It's business, which is why I say, hey, I have everything. I just wanted to introduce myself, let you know who I am, who I'm working with, because I don't want you to be like, do you got the credibility? I got the credibility. We got the proof of funds. We got everything that you're going to need. I just need to know, exactly, are you going to gatekeep the situation? And what I mean by gatekeep the situation, a lot of people, no disrespect, agents and brokers, no disrespect, because people going to get in their fee-fees. But they like to gatekeep things. What I mean by gatekeep, if you're not the decision maker, but you close to the decision maker, and you standing between me and getting to the decision maker, you a gatekeeper. Now I have to play limbo with you to get the actual answer. And that's the difficult part, because it's like, hey, I got the answer. I got what you need, but you gatekeeping me because you don't trust me. This is why a lot of wholesalers, they go around agents, so they go around brokers. And I know that's not ethical. I don't need all the agents and brokers be like, oh, I know. Trust me. I've been doing this for a while. I know. But people do that. And that's the reason why people do that. Because, hey, if you're not going to give me the answer, let me go to the actual source. Or one of the things that they do, which this is what they teach a lot, just wait till the listing expire. Once it expires, then you go directly to the homeowner and say, hey, I presented this to your agent and they turned it down. And then you have that conversation, and usually it works. That's what most agents don't realize is it might not have worked right then and there, but after a while, if you can't get the property sold I almost just the individual keep coming to you with these offers that it may not make sense to you, but it's the only way to actually close the deal out. You're going to have to take it. What, you going to sit there with a property you don't want? Like, that's the reality that people facing. They be, I just hold on to it another year or two and put it back on the market. And then it repeats the process. And I've seen homes sit on the market for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years because they can't get it sold. And they're so fixated on getting a certain they're so fixated on getting a certain price. And the reality is it's a lot that comes with it. It's a lot that comes with it. It's hard to explain, but I'm gonna just explain it like this, simple. You got the real estate cycle going on. There's the best time to sell and the worst time to sell. Then you got great comps. What condition is your property in? Is this the best time to sell it at this condition? Again, it's a lot of things that go into it. Inflation, is inflation up? Inflation plays a big part because money speaks value. And the thing is, if somebody's willing to give you their time, their money, the truth of the matter is these people are willing to pay you, but they're going to give you a discount because they play in the money game. And that's what I realized. We are in the money game. We are in the money game. For those who don't know what that means, when I say the money game, I'm going to explain it as simple as possible without going into the minutia of everything. But when I mean money game, we are in for one, flipping risk versus reward, flipping that money, stacking it up. How can I leverage this? OPM. We're in that game where it's specifically tied to money. Again, like this is my favorite thing I always like to say. I work for the rich people. Just like agents work, I work for the rich people, bro. Like I like saying it because in reality, I work for the rich people. It's funny. But yeah. This the situation. We're gonna call him back in 30 minutes. We got a clock on for 30 minutes. We're gonna give him a call. Like I said, I hate following up because it definitely it makes a lot slower. It's a lot difficult to keep moving because you don't want to forget. So this is how much they make after expenses. This is how much they make annual. Okay. Cap rate is a 6.7, but I think he said as a 9 right here or something like that. Maybe I was tripping. I thought I seen a 9 cap rate. Yeah, nope. Okay, this is a 5 cap rate right here. I swear I thought I seen a 9 cap. Maybe I'm hallucinating. I might be hallucinating. I might be. That's cool. That's cool. So for those who don't know what I mean by cap rate, we already discussed this, and I like to explain it the way that I can interpret it or explain it because I'm not that I don't speak proper. I speak my language. People call it ebonics, but that's what I speak. I'm gonna keep it G with you. That's what I speak. The cap rate in a simple way is the thing that shows the investor how much he's making on his money. There's a better way to explain it and a proper way to explain it, but I don't like explaining it like that because it's uncomfortable to say it like that. But how I interpret it and how I understand it, it shows the investor how much he's making on his actual money. So for instance, I think how much did they want for this? 4.3. So the investor would make 6% on top of that 4.3. So that's how much money he'd be making on top of this 4.3. What I mean by that, so if he purchased it, obviously he's not going to purchase it for 4.3, but he has the buying power of 4.3. So he's making a 6.17% cap rate on top of that money. That's a game changer. And the wonderful thing, so I think he already gave us a little. Okay, he wants a down payment money. We might underwrite this really quick just to see. I'm gonna go get me something to drink, and then here's a survey. So it's been surveyed. Okay, what is this? This is the inspection. What year is this? 2021. It's been a couple years. That still might work. But seller financing, since this individual is willing to do seller financing, I'm going to explain it like this. The buyer doesn't have to come up with the whole 4.3. He's going to have to come up with a quarter of that or a portion of that. Let me explain it like this in a way that it makes sense. So again, we're in the leverage game. We're in the money game. So people, you can get a loan All you gotta do is put $10,000 down. Sometimes it's 20,000, sometimes it's 30,000. But you got buying power to purchase this $4.3 million property. So why does this matter? Because over a certain amount of years, you can refinance out this 4.3 and purchase it, or do a 1099 exchange and purchase another property, another larger property, and you will have more buying power to buy exactly what you want. There's some people that use these buildings to buy their dream cars. Some people buy Rolls Royces, Lamborghinis, because the asset has paid for it. That's where most people mess up. Most people mess up when they get the money, they want to ball out. And it's the opposite. You want to be frugal. You want to spend your money properly. It's a lot that you got to do before you do anything like that. But yeah, this is the situation. I'm gonna come back and do another video on this. I'm gonna try to get him on the phone while we doing the video, just so y'all can hear the convo or hear how I talk. Yeah, it's for me. I've been doing this for so long. It kind of like it brushed off on me. I used to have a script. I don't use a script no more. Again, over time, you build up that convo and you know how to maneuver through these phone calls. You know how to have it. Like I said, hey, I just wanted to introduce myself, let you know who I am. I just didn't want to put an offer in there and you be like, okay, who is this? I wanted to let you know who I am. Build rapport. Building rapport is something that I can do, but I don't like doing. To me, building rapport is like, I can do it, but again, I really don't like doing it. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't like it, but I do it though. But all right, guys, I'm gonna come back.